Spencer Dinwiddie has always been an out-of-the-box thinker, which helped him overcome horrible injuries and set himself up to become a potential billionaire thanks to his off-court activities. Number 7. Spencer Dinwiddie's early life. How did Dinwiddie go from being the son of a doctor to turning down a spot at Harvard? Growing up in Los Angeles, California, his parents always hammered home the importance of studying. His dad, Malcolm, worked as a real estate agent, and his mom, Stephanie, who has a PhD from USC, owned a preschool where Spencer volunteered during his middle and high school summers between playing ball. Unsurprisingly, he even scored a 1400 on his SAT. His critical thinking skills have accompanied him throughout his life and would lead him to make some rather unique choices down the road. Some of them would make Spencer a visionary, while others would leave fans scratching their heads. But one of the earliest choices he was to make was to dedicate himself to basketball. He did so because he was inspired by two specific legends. Number 6. Basketball obsession. Have you ever wondered how a kid gets the nickname Street Ball Phenom? Well, for Dinwiddie, his road to the league started the same as many other players. From a young age, my dad, my brother, and I would watch basketball together. We would watch legends like Kobe Bryant and Penny Hardaway on television. And that is when I started to fall in love with the game. Once he fell in love with basketball, he got right down to business. He was just 8 years old when he wrote down his dream of playing in the NBA. But because he was never the strongest kid on the court or the tallest, he needed to put in extra work to develop his skill set. Sounds like he took the right lessons from his idol, Kobe. He put in extra hours to not only become a better player, but also a smarter one. This only fed his hunger to be great, and that hunger earned him a special nickname. I always played as hard as I possibly could when I was a kid. We would be out on the court every day, and I treated it like the finals. That's how I became a street ball phenom, non-stop work. At William Howard Taft High School, Dinwiddie was recognized as one of the greatest standout athletes since former Laker Jordan Farmer. He even became the John R. Wooden California High School Player of the Year in 2011. His final season at Taft helped Dinwiddie gain the attention of colleges around the country. However, his decision would come down to choosing between his dream school or going where he would have the tougher challenge. Number 5. Journey to the NBA. Choosing between schools was extremely difficult, but what happened afterward would rock his entire world. Dinwiddie had the choice to take his talents to Harvard University, but ended up choosing the University of Colorado Boulder. Dinwiddie wished to stay closer to home on the West Coast and wanted to test himself against the competition in the Pac-12 Conference. However, later in life, Dinwiddie followed the path of other NBA players by enrolling in the Harvard Business School crossover into business program. The insights he gained from this allowed him to build a whole new career path. But first, he would have to get over the hardest obstacle of his entire life. When he arrived in Colorado, he averaged 15 points and 3 assists a game. He was one of the top NBA draft prospects going into his junior year. However, just 5 games into the 2014 season, something horrible happened. I took an awkward step, and it felt like my kneecap shifted laterally, then popped back into place. I hit the ground within seconds, and it felt like somebody lit my knee on fire. I didn't know it at the time, but I had torn my ACL, lateral meniscus, medial meniscus, and MCL. Dinwiddie would require a full knee reconstruction surgery. This resulted in him falling down the draft board, as scouts believed he was a damaged product. However, the incident might have rocked his world, but it didn't shake his determination and self-belief. You have to be a little delusional to achieve what you want, and despite his setback, he declared for the NBA. But his dream almost came to an end even before it got started. Number 4. NBA career. Dinwiddie's NBA career would have plenty of ups and downs, but one low moment almost broke him. Dinwiddie was selected with the 38th overall pick by the Detroit Pistons in the 2014 NBA Draft. However, he spent most of the season in the G League. He would end up being traded to the Bulls the following year, and that is when Dinwiddie came to a crossroads. The Bulls waived him, and for a moment it seemed as if his career was going to come to an end. However, he took this as a challenge and shined in the G League. This ended up getting him another shot with an NBA team. This time, the Brooklyn Nets offered him a contract and his life would change forever. He carved himself a role with the Nets and even won the skills challenge at the NBA All-Star Weekend. But then, tragedy struck once more. On December 7, 2020, Dinwiddie left a game between the Nets and the Charlotte Hornets with a suspected right knee strain, which was later revealed to be a season-ending partial ACL tear. Perhaps viewed as a damaged product once again, the Nets traded Dinwiddie to the Wizards, who quickly shipped him to Dallas. It seemed as if the injury and lack of proper minutes were going to tear down everything Dinwiddie had built for himself. However, he got another chance at redemption with the same team that gave him his first big break, as he was traded back to the Nets. After once again establishing himself as a lead guard in the league, Dinwiddie found himself a trade target for many contending teams. Ultimately, it would be the Lakers who acquired his services, and for Dinwiddie this would be a coming home party. But more so, it would be another great challenge. However, more so than his play, Dinwiddie might best be remembered for changing the way NBA contracts worked. Number 3. NBA contract. Most NBA players value their contract more than anything, which makes what Dinwiddie did truly remarkable. He came into the league on a 3-year, $2.5 million deal. Over the years, he worked his way up to a 3-year, $34 million deal with the Nets. After the Wizards retained his rights for a 1-year, $11 million deal, Dinwiddie ended up signing another 3-year deal with the Nets worth $54 million. But the amazing part of Dinwiddie's journey was when he changed a part of his deal to cryptocurrency. Dinwiddie was able to tokenize his first big contract with the Nets. He created a debt offering called SD26 and sold 9 tokens at $150,000 each. Essentially, people invested in Dinwiddie by buying his token, which was backed by business assets. While the project raised only $1.35 million in tokens, which was 10% of his initial target, it was the first time anyone had attempted such an ambitious venture with an NBA contract. As a true visionary, Dinwiddie has also done some incredible things off the court. Number 2. Business ventures. Dinwiddie isn't one to sit on his millions and count his money. Instead, he has made some incredible investments. Dinwiddie has invested in and founded several crypto platforms and tokens. These include the Dream Fan Shares, Bison Trails, and Galaxy. Galaxy allows creators and celebrities to raise money with tokens. The app is meant to provide fans with the perception that they are getting a piece of the celebrity through purchasing the token that has the potential to create a profit or a loss. He is also an investor in the drink Lemon Perfect, gaming and digital collectibles like Dapper Labs, and the social advocacy platform Fanzy. Also, he has his own shoe company called Kairos. Dinwiddie partnered with Project Dream to help with manufacturing infrastructure and sketched the design himself. Dinwiddie named the brand Kairos, and he used the proceeds from auctioning off his game sneakers to help pay for the educational opportunities of low-income students. All of these investments could pay dividends later on and exponentially increase his net worth. Number 1. His net worth. Dinwiddie went from possibly never playing in the NBA to making millions upon millions of dollars. In fact, throughout his entire career, Dinwiddie has made $100 million. He is also one of the more popular players in the league with 127,000 followers on X and 329,000 on Instagram. He has been able to use his popularity to launch several businesses and investments and many others. But how much will they affect his net worth is still not known. For now, we would estimate that his net worth is somewhere around the $30 to $35 million mark. But if his vision comes true, his businesses might make him even richer than his NBA career.